Welcome to Success Stories Podcast Episode 4. I am Edet. Our topic today is, can coaching improve productivity? Can coaching improve productivity? Our guests are practicing coaches from 3 countries. We hope that this podcast will add value to your life. We'd like you to stay inspired by subscribing to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We also like you to send your comments to successnstories@gmail.com. Success in letter N at stories@gmail.com. You can also share your personal success stories or that of others with us, or interesting topics that you want us to discuss on this podcast. We will be happy to inspire you and others with your stories and every message that you send to us. If you're interested in our business network, please do send us an email and we will also contact you and add you to business network. If you wish to advertise in our podcast or in the future, please send your request to our email. Thank you. Happy listening to Success Stories. Hello, let's go to the business of the day. I'd like to introduce all our guests in the house.
Hello, I'm Rebecca Norton and my business is called Sense of Direction. I help people grow and develop through using coaching and training.
Thank you, Rebecca. Rebecca Norton is a practicing life change coach in the United Kingdom. You will hear more about her later in this podcast. Let's hear from our next guest.
My name is Chindah, and I'm a life and marriage coach. I'm an international motivational speaker, I'm a preacher, I'm a passionate youth mentor.
Chindah is a relationship and marriage coach. He's based in the United Kingdom. You'll hear more about him later in this podcast. Let's hear from another guest in the house.
Hello there, I'm Nsikan Fyneface. I'm a mindset coach and also a public speaker. I'm the founder and host of Soul Flows with Fyneface.
Nsikan is a practicing mindset coach. He is based in Nigeria. You'll hear more about him in this podcast. Another person you'll be listening to in the podcast today is Anthony Robbins. Anthony Robbins is an international speaker who is based in the United States of America. We have a short clip from Anthony Robbins in this podcast. So, Rebecca, tell us more about yourself.
I have a very varied background from a number of different areas. So I worked in the outdoor education industry for a little while and outdoor activities. I have worked for a couple of charities, engaging people in volunteering and helping to train them. I have done some teaching and I've also done first aid training. I continue to do some of those other things now as well, so I have a range of skills I can bring to my role as coach, which I think is really helpful.
All right, Mr. Chindah, let's know more about you.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. My name is Chindah, and I'm a life and marriage coach. I'm an international motivational speaker, I'm a preacher, I'm a passionate youth mentor. Also, I am an entrepreneur. Now, what I do is in 2 forms. I basically help couples to harness and discover their relationship and peculiar personality differences so they can build strong and successful relationship. And this is for those that are married and for those that are yet to be married. And the other aspect of what I do is on personal development. And around the personal development space, I do quite a lot of things. And I just believe that I could share that as well, just to help. So in terms of personal development, I also do things around career coaching. I do things around self-discovery coaching, I also do things on investment coaching, youth empowerment coaching. There are quite a lot of things I do around personal development and how to drive yourself even forward.
Oh, thank you, Chindah. Nsikan, can you tell us what you do? Let's know more about you.
I'm a mindset coach and also a public speaker. I'm the founder and host of Soul Flows with Fyneface. Soul Flows with Fyneface is all about inspiring, informing, and then giving hope to those who are on the verge of giving up or battling depression. I run a monthly series where I talk on different topics that affects the human race and has to do with life itself.
So here comes the all-important question. Why is coaching important? can coaching improve productivity? Can it increase or upscale our productivity? Let's hear from Chindah.
Why is coaching important? I think before I answer that, I want to say we need to clarify exactly, what is coaching? Because most people hear the word coaching and they might be thinking, is that for me? Why should I even have a coach? But let's before we go into the importance and benefits of coaching, let's just say, what is coaching? Because we know that everybody wants to achieve things in their lives. If you want success, if you want to move forward, if you want to get to where you need to be, then coaching is crucial. So for me, in a nutshell, coaching is simply a process, a step-by-step process guided by someone in equipping you as a person or group of people, with the right tools, with the right knowledge, and possibly the right opportunities as well for them to fully develop themselves, effectively, so they can commit to their goals, to their visions, to their ambitions, and to realize their full potentials. I mean, that is so crucial. If you know that coaching is not just about the coach, it's about you. It's about taking you from A to B. It's about understanding where you are today and then where you need to be tomorrow. It's about the process you need to take from understanding your current situation, your current positioning in different areas of your life, and then moving forward to get to the desired state, which is the future place where you need to be. You need to understand most people want to get to the future state, but some could do that by themselves, but others need coaching in one way or the other to support them to get to where they need to be. So they need the right skills, they need the right knowledge, the right motivation, the right push in order to get to where they need to be. We all want to be our best self, our highest self, but there's a process to get to being your highest self. So now let's look at the question, why is coaching important? I would say coaching is absolutely important, number one, because it has a way to give you clarity. So let's say either in your marriage, on your school work, on your academics, but especially in the area that I do to personal development, have clarity, to define exactly where you are and where you are going, so that you know that this is the target place. This is the target state. This is the target position I need to be. So clarity is key in our lives if we want effective performance or want the success that we need. And coaching will help you to get that clarity as well. The other thing again coaching does is it helps your accountability. It's easy to say that, oh, this is what I want to do, but when you have somebody to be accountable to, you are not committing yourself that, look, I need to get this thing done. So you have a deadline. You see what I mean? You have a deadline of exactly what you need to do. And then the other thing again that coaching does is conscious goal commitment. Apart from having someone to support you and help you and become accountable to you, but before you could even do that, you need to set clear, smart goals. All right, you need to understand where you are today and where you need to be, and that's by having a conscious, clear focus on what you need to achieve. Fourthly, which is possibly the last one I'm going to talk about now, is in coaching you will have a lot of real-time feedback. You know what I mean? There's this need of ongoing conversation with your coach, and also the action plan that you've put together, the goals you've churned down to little bits, and that you're following every week, every month, every year. Coach can provide immediate feedback. They can tell you, this is what you need to address, this is how you need to change that, this is new things you need to adopt. That will help to keep the momentum going. You know what I mean? You will need to continue in that state. So I think for me, that's one of the big things about coaching, because you have somebody to be honest about certain things with you and to give you real feedback. And because of doing this, they will help you to dismantle some of the patterns that you've had over the years. In a way, they are interrupting your pattern and your mindset, and things that you've had, possibly they call limiting beliefs that has been in you. They can see that in you, and they can be able to help you through it to get to the other side.
So let's hear from Rebecca as a life change coach. So why should someone consult a life change coach?
This is a really good question. People come to coaching for many different reasons, and basically a coach is somebody who can stand back and observe the situation from a bit of a distance, which then can help people to understand themselves better, but also to identify what it is that they really want. So a coach will use deep, empowering questions to help that person understand themselves a little bit better. As a coach, we don't advise people, but we're able to help people find their own answers and move forwards. The coaching is really important for success and personal development. It's certainly not a sign of weakness if somebody comes to a coach. It can help people grow, reach the potential, and having a coach is a bit like having your own personal cheerleader, really. It's somebody who will encourage you, challenge you, support you, and give you a little push when you need it, but also make sure that you're heading in the right direction with all the tools that you need. It can be really, really helpful for people to get to somewhere, to reach a goal quicker than if they were doing it on their own. And a lot more people are recognising the benefits of coaching now, which is really, really good. And I'm really pleased to hear that more people are employing a coach.
All right, thank you so much, Rebecca. Let's move over to Nsikan. So, Nsikan, why should someone get the service of a mindset coach?
Coaching helps people identify and focus on what's important, and this in return helps to accelerate them to success. Coaching creates a safe environment in which people see themselves clearly. It helps you to really recognize who you are, and coaching helps them identify the gaps between where they are and where they actually want to be in life. Now, the three fundamentals of coaching has to do with encouragement, improvement, and empowerment. Now, let's take a football team for an example. Let's say a football coach. Now, his duty is to encourage the players, make them believe that they have what it takes, to be great and to be able to push in order to achieve better results. Now, he empowers them by coming up with different strategies. Some teams play 4-4-2, 4-3-3, 5-4-1, and all that, depending. Some teams will tell you, okay, we are pressing high, we are used to pressing high and all that. Now, that's a way of empowering these players. Now, any player who strictly adheres to the coach's tactics and ideas gets to improve as a player. So you must first of all be empowered in order to improve as a player. So I think those are the major fundamentals of coaching. A wise man once said that I became great by standing on the shoulders of those who saw far ahead of me or those who went ahead of me. So you can only become great when you subject yourself to a particular coach in order to help you get to where you want to be.
Thank you very much, Nsikan. Let's hear from Tony Robbins on the same matter. Why do you need a coach? Can coaching upscale productivity? Can it make us better than who we are? Can we reach our destination faster than we would have done by ourselves or as an individual? Let's hear from Tony Robbins.
Hi, it's Tony Robbins again. Listen, people ask me all the time, if you really want to get lasting change, real results that stick around, what do you got to do? What are the most important things you've learned, Tony, in that area? And I tell people the most common thing people talk about is how they want to make a change in their life. But everybody wants a change, but nobody wants to work out. Everybody wants muscle, but nobody wants to train. See, one of the challenges that we have in our lives is we don't realize that the process of training ourselves, the process of conditioning ourselves actually feels incredible once you get that initial momentum. But most people don't. Why? Why do so many people say, I lost 100 pounds, the same 10 pounds 10 times, or they'll tell me, I'm on my fourth day without a cigarette, man, I'm doing really good. If you're counting the days, it's not lasting change. You're just counting the days, you can tell people how long you lasted. If you want lasting change, you've got to give up this idea of trying something. You got to decide you're going to commit to mastery, but you also really need to get yourself involved in what I call immersion coaching. Immersion coaching is as old as humanity. How have we passed on mastery of anything? Finances, crafts, ideas, business, politics. Usually you went to live with somebody, you went to work for somebody, you became an apprentice. And maybe decades or years or decades of your life, you'd commit time to be around that person day and night so you could see and feel all the little distinctions that make them so masterful at what they do. Today, people have no patience. We all want it right now, and people don't only not commit to mastery, but they rarely even find a real mentor or coach. They think they have all the answers, they try a few things, if it doesn't work, they run to something else. If you want a great jump in the quality of your life, an extraordinary jump in the quality of your life, you gotta set yourself up to win. You gotta set yourself up with a process that allows you to consistently grow, consistently enjoy your life, and consistently produce the results that you're really after. And I don't care what area of life you want to change, coaching is one of the most valuable tools in the world.
So we heard from Tony Robbins there. Coaching is one of the most valuable tools for personal development. So let's hear from Chindah. Chindah, so how are you helping clients in this area of coaching that you specialize in?
Specializing in relationships, in marriage coaching, whether those that are married and those that are yet to be married, because I'm there to support them build the right skills and knowledge in order to have a great and amazing marriages. And we know we have a lot of challenge around this area today. You hear it on the media, on the television, on social media, on tablets, on blogs and everywhere. It's important to know that relationship is something that you need to work on. To me, it's a knowledge-based institution. Ignorance doesn't work there. You're going to get yourself into a lot of trouble. There's going to be abuse. So having the right knowledge and strategies in your relationship, you'll be able to build a happy and comfortable and relaxing and satisfying environment for you and your spouse. And then the other aspect of my coaching is on personal development. So trying to help individuals, on some other areas of their life. Spiritual coaching, I do that. Goal setting coaching, study techniques coaching, team productivity, self-development, customer acquisition, youth empowerment, investment, career coaching, self-discovery. These are all other aspects of coaching that is under personal development that I do.
So thank you, Chindah, for helping us to know the importance of having a marriage or relationship coach. So let's move to Rebecca. Rebecca, as a life change coach, how are you helping your clients navigate the changes that they have in everyday life? Life, as you have heard, change is a permanent thing in life. We're always changing from one location to the other, one job to the other. A lot of things are happening in our lives. So I think people will need your service. So how do you help clients in this area?
So I work with people in a number of different areas, but I'm particularly interested in helping people improve their well-being, whether that's physical well-being, mental well-being, work-life balance, whatever that might look like to that person. And I also particularly enjoy working with people who are going through periods of change and transition. So whether that's coming up to retirement, maybe they've been made redundant, maybe they just want a change of career, they're a bit fed up where they are, feel a little bit stuck and want to move forward but just not sure how. Might also include people going through separation or divorce or perhaps even loss. Sometimes when people have a life-changing experience, then it can really nudge them and make them consider what is it that they want in life, where are they heading, what's important to them. So working with a coach can really help them to work through that period of change and transition, come out the other side with a sense of purpose and feeling confident about where they're heading and what they're doing, and their sense of identity as well, because often when we go through those big periods of change, then it can knock our sense of identity and who we are and what we're all about. So coaching can really help you re-establish that. I also am a great believer in the power of the outdoors and nature. I think there is something magical about going for a walk, just being surrounded by beautiful scenery and nature that helps us to process our ideas better. It will allow us time to process thoughts as well and to actually percolate ideas. And walking is really good when you're coaching somebody because you're side by side, there's no confrontation. So it helps you to feel more comfortable and just helps the person relax more as well. So if needs be, then we can stop, we can take a rest, we can have a look around, we can change the subject a little bit, but also it's really good for your well-being too. So being outside, having a bit of fresh air, walking is really good for your well-being as well as the coaching aspect of it. So I'm a real big advocate of getting people outdoors wherever possible. So alongside the coaching, I also offer Wonder Walks, which is just an opportunity to get away from your digital world for a little while, re-engage with the world around you, have some nice company, nice conversation, and just enjoy some beautiful scenery. So I try and do those once a month. And then during the summer months, or spring, summer, I also offer Clarity in Motion. And these are specific coaching walks. They're open to anybody. I only ever take a small group, so it's a small, close-knit group. And it's confidential, but it is coaching. So people work on their own topic. I would ask people to bring a particular topic or project with them that they want to work on, and then I will guide them through questioning and different tools to help them process ideas, to actually really dig deep what it is that's important about that project, what it is that they need to do to move forward. And at the end of the walk, people walk away with a very clear written down action plan. So we have a walk, we stop for a little while, I'll go through some coaching techniques, then we continue the walk. So you get the walking, which improves your well-being, and the fresh air and exercise. You get to chat to other people, and you get some intensive coaching as well. So these are really popular and really helpful to people.
Thank you, Rebecca. I can see clearly there that you're helping a lot of people navigate the changes that they experience in their daily lives. I will be moving over to Nsikan now to tell me how he's coaching people and helping people change their mindsets.
I have some upcoming events. We have a School of Purpose, starting that up in the month of January 2020. It's basically all about helping people discover their purpose in life. Not just discovering your purpose, but also helping you maximize purpose. So that will be running through January 2020. It's the School of Purpose, and we'll be having some of our guest speakers come to join us in order to help us throw more light into topic purpose. So many people, about 90% of people in the world today have issues with discovering their God-given purpose on earth. So in January 2020, we'll be helping you not just to discover your purpose, but helping you maximize your purpose. And then we also have, for the first quarter of 2020, we are starting up our campus tour, where we go to different universities across Nigeria, just to empower the youths, just to tell them certain things they need to know about life in order to get to the top. That's for the first quarter of 2020 also.
Thank you, Nsikan, for that information you provided to our listeners. Right, Chindah, do you have an event that our listeners can participate?
I have a couple of things lined up ahead. In 2020, we have a lot of relationship workshop, which is going to be coming up. We have relationship retreat as well that will be taking place next year, and some other couple of conferences here and there. Also, we'll be launching our signature program, which is called the Love Framework Mastery Program, next week, and it's going to be on my website, which is marriedlifemanagement.com, and also you can find it on www.theloveframeworkmasteryprogram.com, theloveframeworkmasteryprogram.com. For my own personal development coaching, you can also find and book other details with me on www.limitlesslifepro.com, www.limitlesslifepro.com. Then you can also find me on social media as well. My name is Chindah. You can find me there. Then you can also find my other groups, which is Chindah Married Life Management, which is a very public group on Facebook. And then I have a private community group, which is called Married Life Management Community, which I also speak. You can find me on Instagram on the same name as well, and also my brand name. And I have a YouTube channel as well that talks about what I do in terms of relationship, Married Life TV. And then also we have on the YouTube channel as well that talks about Limitless Life Pro. That is also an area which I use to share content and also to engage and interact with my potential clients. So it will be exciting to connect with everyone listening, and looking forward to an amazing end of year, and also possibly amazing next year as well as we work together. Thank you so much for having me, and I hope to speak with you guys soon.
Thank you, Chindah. I believe Rebecca also has upcoming events for our listeners.
I'm also really excited about a online course that I'm running in January. It starts on January the 3rd and it is called Starter for 10. And it's a catalyst for making improvements and some changes ready for 2020 basically. So it's for 10 minutes, for 10 days, for £10. So each day, participants will be emailed a task or an exercise to complete, and they'll spend about 10 minutes on that. They can spend longer if they wish, but 10 minutes should be enough. And each day they'll get something different to work on. And the topics we're going to be looking at are things such as gratitude, how we use language and talk to ourselves, things about our beliefs, looking after your well-being, and reflecting on what you're doing, what works, what doesn't, and what areas you really want to change and focus on, and setting routines and habits as well. So there'll be really useful tips and tools within the 10 days, but also some really powerful work that people will do and notice some changes by the end of it. If people would like to get in touch with me, then you can find me on Facebook. My Facebook page is called RN, Rebecca Norton, RN Sense of Direction. I'm also on LinkedIn, and my website is www.senseofdirection.life. You'll find information about Starter for 10 on my website, alongside information about the Wonder Walks, Clarity Immersion, and any workshops that I'm delivering that's coming up as well. I'm always happy for people to drop me a message just to say hello or to ask me any question. And also, as coaching is really personal, and it's important that you get on and trust your coach, I offer a 30-minute free consultation so that we can both have a chat, find out a bit more about each other, and decide whether coaching is the right way forwards for that particular person. So if anybody's interested in a no obligation chat, then again, please just drop me a message. If you go onto my website, there is a contact form there and you can send me an email. Thank you very much for your time, and I look forward to connecting with some of you. Thanks.
Thank you, Rebecca, for the information you provided. Let's hear from Nsikan. So how can our listeners reach you?
Listeners can basically reach me through my YouTube channel at Fyneface. At Fyneface. Soulflows, SOULFLOWS. Fyneface, FYNEFACE. On Instagram at Fyneface. On Facebook at Fyneface. On Twitter at Fyneface. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you for connecting with us today. In summary, here are the few reasons why you like to get a coach, or why you should go for a coach. 1. Coaching will help you find direction. It will help you to reach your potential. It will also help you to focus on what is important. Coaching will help you to be accountable. It will save you time and unnecessary stress. It will increase your confidence and get you re-motivated. Coaching will help train your brain into that winning mindset. Coaching will help you to understand yourself better and identify blind spots. It will improve your leadership skills. It will also boost your overall well-being. So this was received from Aisha Donnelly from the coaching directory. In summary, you just have to go there and get a coach. It may not be a paid coach, it may be a family member, maybe someone that is more knowledgeable in your field or in that area that you want to get into, or in that area that you are struggling. There is no shame in it. There's no shame in getting a coach. There's no shame in getting someone to support you. It's a world that we all need help. We have to go out and find someone to support us. In 2020, don't suffer alone. Why die in silence? Go out there. There will be someone out there, whether paid or voluntary, to help you. Thank you for being a part of our podcast today. I'd like you to stay inspired by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We also like you to send your comments to successnstories@gmail.com. Success in letter N at stories@gmail.com. You can also share your personal success stories or that of others with us, or interesting topics that you want us to discuss on this podcast. We will be happy to inspire you and others with your stories and every message that you send to us. If you're interested in our business network, please do send us an email and we will also contact you and add you to Business Network. If you wish to advertise in our podcast or in the future, please send your request to our email and we will attend to your request.